Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video and happy Valentine's Day too. I came in today to talk about Omarosa. Now y'all, Omarosa has had another run-in with someone, and this time it's with a reporter by the name of April Ryan. Now I don't know if you guys know who April Ryan is, but she is a reporter that we see quite often covering the White House. April Ryan has been doing that for over 20 years. So what happened is, according to April, she received an email from Omarosa, and she says in the email, Omarosa was demanding to know if April had worked for the Hillary campaign during the election and was she paid. So April said that when she received this email, she was a little surprised because Omarosa knew that she was a reporter that had been around quite a while and that, she did not work for Hillary. She was just a reporter. Now, she says she sent that back to Omarosa, explaining, I did not work for Hillary. I was not paid by Hillary, blah, blah, blah. She says she got a response back from Omarosa again demanding her to come clean and admit that she had indeed worked for the Hillary campaign. April Ryan says in this email, basically, the Omarosa was saying, if you don't come clean, it will hurt your career and your legacy and blah, blah, blah. So April Ryan said that again, she told her, no, I did not work for Hillary. End of story. I don't even know why you're approaching me. So she said that after that, those two ran into each other. I don't know if it was at the White House or some type of function, but she said when Omarosa saw her, she ran up to her, got in her face so close that it was like she was going to hit her, and demanded April to come clean again about working for Hillary Clinton. Now, April said that by this time, she was tired of defending herself, and basically she told Omarosa to back the fuck up. Now, y'all, April didn't really say that. I added the F word into it, but basically that's what she told Omarosa. And she said that Omarosa was basically frothing at the lips and, just going crazy, demanding, she come clean with her. Now, y'all, this thing with Omarosa, you know, the way that she's so down for Donald Trump. Y'all, this seems like they are part of a cult. It's almost like Donald Trump has brainwashed these people that he sends out to speak for him or to do his work. Don't y'all know what I mean? Like, remember with the Jim Jones and the Charles Mansons of the world? Basically what they did is they brainwashed their followers and had these people go out into the world spewing their special breed of hate and destruction, and these followers did it. To me, these people that work for Trump or are a part of his administration, y'all see them on television. When they're in interviews, they're smart mouth and angry and, yelling at the media and talking about how great Donald Trump is. It's almost like Donald Trump has mesmerized them or hypnotized them in some way. April Ryan even said that almost Rosa was screaming that Donald Trump had a special dossier with a list of all the reporters that had went against them, and if need be, he would use the information that he had in that dossier against these reporters. Y'all, that shit sounds crazy. Y'all know that Omarosa is the same person that said that when Donald Trump became president, that all who went against him will bow down to him. what kind of bullshit is that? Is that the type of attitude that she had when she went up against April Ryan? Did she run up to that woman, frothing at the lips, hollering and screaming, trying to get April to admit something that April, had not one clue what she was talking about? This worship that these people have that work for him, y'all, is actually scary. Did y'all see that one guy on last Sunday's morning news shows that basically said that the Donald Trump's word would not and should not be questioned, that because he was the president, his word was the final word? A lot of the reporters hit back and said, our government is made up of checks and balances. And they did that for a reason. The founders, just so the president wouldn't have total control, that there would be, the judicial branch of the government to check his ass. Y'all, these people that follow Donald Trump or who go out and speak for him, to me, y'all, they're a bunch of raving fucking lunatics. Think about those two black ladies, Diamond and Silk. These are two of the cooned ass, greasy black bitches that I want to slap in the fucking face. When I saw them with Omarosa on stage with Donald Trump, you want to say, before they walked out on stage, did he whisper some crazy shit in their ear to have them go out and act a fucking fool on his behalf? Let me tell y'all, I don't care how much money he paid me, what he promised me. My integrity and what is near and dear to me would not allow me to do it. So are these people like those weak-minded lambs that follow these fanatics and, like I said, go out in the world and spew that hatred and destruction? Because Omarosa, has lost her fucking mind. She says that a lot of her friends and family have distanced themselves from her. Y'all know she was out shopping for a wedding dress because she found some fool to marry her. But anyway, she was out shopping for a wedding dress, and some people came up to her and was screaming that she was Donald Trump's whore. Now, y'all, I don't know how true that is, but a lot of y'all believe that her and Donald Trump have had some type of relationship, intimate relationship. You know what? I believe y'all. And I don't know what he whipped on this bra, but he got her sold up because April Ryan, is a classy reporter, and she's lucky she ran up against someone like that, because if this had been just the average woman out on the street and she runs all up in their face, yelling and screaming and being, accusatory, they would have slapped the shit out of her. Omarosa has started to go too far, you know. And like someone else said, they said that when you see Omarosa at the White House, she's not sitting in on important meetings. Donald Trump drug her out for Black History Month and all of the other about 5 or 6 black people he knew, and had them in a meeting at the beginning of Black History Month, but he spent the whole meeting talking about himself. And then y'all know those stupid comments that he made about Frederick Douglass, was it? Like Frederick Douglass was still alive or something. Y'all, this whole administration is a bunch of crooks, psychos, liars, cheaters. This is just the beginning. We only been at this for 25 days, y'all. Don't it seem like it's been longer than that? It seems like 25 months instead of just 25 days. I'm sure that this is not the last of Omarosa that we are gonna hear. You know, I believe that those people that are working under Donald Trump, they're all jockeying to be his favorite, to be the favorite little puppy in the group. But y'all, this Omarosa, she rubs me the wrong way. Oh my God, if I ever met her and she was saying some crazy shit to me, it would take everything in my power not to punch her in her smart ass mouth. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Um, you know, when she went up to April Ryan, do you think that April Ryan should have cussed her ass out and threatened to whoop her ass? Because that's what she needed. Omarosa needs you know, someone who will put her in her place because she's getting a little big in the britches, y'all. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.